And that expression on their manager's face has become so familiar in recent weeks, but it doesn't really feel like it's... You just still can't quite believe that it's happening. It's one win in 10 games for them now. And it doesn't... I just don't see how are they getting out of this?
Yeah, it doesn't seem like there is any way out at the moment. I think the incredible thing is, and it's easy to forget, is what they've done over the last 4 years has never been achieved before. So they've reached levels that people can only dream of. Inevitably, there was going to be a drop-off, but it's just been so dramatic and so quick, because even up to probably 6 or 7 weeks ago, they were still unbeaten. They looked like they were going to be champions again. And obviously, the injury to Rodri had a big impact on what's happened to them, but it just looks like certain players have...
It's gone beyond that now, hasn't it?
Tired overnight, yeah. And it's not a blip. It's a full sort of meltdown at the moment, and they need to get to January, and they need reinforcements, because I don't think the players that they have available for them at the moment are the ones that can change it. I think they need new legs in there, people who are fresh sort of impetus to bring into the team to try and get them going again.
What do you think of his demeanour in all this, Pep Guardiola? I know he's always operated at such a high level, so it must be hard to deal with what's happening. But he has so visibly worn the trauma, for want of a better word, of what's going on. Has that almost contributed to it?
I don't think so. I don't think he expected it. I'm a big believer that they probably had in mind some sort of transition year. They knew there were certain players that were tiring or coming to the end. They knew that they had to have a good couple of transfer windows upcoming January and the summer. But they obviously always felt they could compete. But the drop-off has just been vertical. Side of a cliff stuff. They've just dropped right down. And he seems to be coming apart at the seams. You know, he's not handling it well at all. You know, when you're in times of trouble as a player, you want to look to your manager. And I always felt when you looked at your manager, even just appear stoic. Even if inside you're doing somersaults and you think, I can't handle this. But at least look like you're going to handle it, because the players are looking at you. You're the one that's going to get us out of this. You know, yes, the players have a responsibility. But if the manager is coming apart at the seams, it was... an online clip of him losing his rag in the street at some, I think maybe a Liverpool fan possibly. You know, that's not good behaviour from a player, because the players will see all this. You know, the head-scratching incident, you know, he's very animated on the touchline. You know, you want a manager just to appear strong. Regardless of what's going on internally, he needs to appear more in control than what he is.
And he hasn't been doing that.
Absolutely not.
Whatever about the issues, the injuries, etc., etc. 8 points on the board. They are 22nd on the table. PSG away next, and then Brugge at home in their last games. They're in a scrap now for this, aren't they?
Definitely. I think the PSG game away is massive, because PSG are 1 point behind them. They're desperate for a win, and it's a tough game for City. And hopefully by the back end of January, they might have some reinforcements in to kickstart their season.
Do Man United dare to dream about Sunday, or?
They have their own problems.
I mean, there's a fixture. There's an interesting one.